Hello, this is the Slimepedia entries, an entire video entirely dedicated to Slimepedia entries. I promised this in the last video, well not promised, but I said I might do this in the last video. So here it is. Basic player controls. Get a move on. Instructions, left stick to move, hold left stick to sprint, A to jump, hold to use jetpack if it's available, and X to interact when prompted. Vac-pack, vacking and shooting. Your first step to becoming a master rancher. Instructions, left trigger to vacuum slimes or other objects. Larger objects will be held at the nozzle and can be dropped by releasing vac or fired by pressing shoot. Right trigger, shoot slime or other object from the selected vac tank. Hold the shoot button to continuously shoot. Vac-pack, vac tanks. You can, skip this part of the video up to phosphor slimes because I had those in the last video. Vac-pack, vac tanks. Vac tanks allow you to easily collect, sort, and transport slimes and other resources. Left bumper and right bumper to cycle through vac tanks. Nanotechnology makes everything possible and everything smaller. Vac-pack, health and energy. Everything has a cost. Instructions. Monitor your health and energy levels with the health meter and energy meter on the lower left of the screen. Health will be automatically restored after not taking damage for a period of time. Energy will be automatically restored after not using energy for a period of time. Ranching basics. Corralling the slimes. You can stop them, but you can't contain the wiggle. Instructions. Shoot slimes through corral walls to contain them and make them easier to manage. But remember, hungry slimes will always find their way out of corrals. I'm going to add a little bit to this. If they're quantums, they'll teleport out of the corrals, even though corrals have specific anti-quantum managements. Tabbies will jump hard enough to break what's it called? I'm not sure what it's called. I can't remember at the moment. But yeah, it's called airnet. Airnet will jump hard enough to break the airnet, so will rock slimes. They'll roll on top of one another and jump to reach the airnet and smash it to bits. So, yeah. Hungry slimes will always find a way out of their corrals. Left bumper and right bumper to select vac tank, and right trigger to shoot. Those were also in vacking and shooting. Anyway, feeding slimes. A well-fed slime makes for a happy and wealthy rancher. Each slime has a particular diet. Most prefer either fruit, veggies, or meat. When a slime eats, it produces a plort. However, most slimes have a favorite food. When a slime eats its favorite food, it produces double plorts. Left bumper, right bumper to select vac tank, and right trigger to shoot. Ranching basics. Plorts and the plort market. Instructions. Vac up plorts and shoot them into the plort market to get new bucks. Plort values fluctuate daily depending on the type of plorts you've recently sold. Left bumper, right bumper to select vac tank, and right trigger to shoot. Slime science basics. Definitely weird. Instructions. Slime science allows you to use plorts and other resources to make fantastic gadgets that you can install all over the world. Slime science basics. Shoot plorts and resources into the refinery. They cannot be withdrawn once deposited, so beware. Buy new blueprints or discover them in treasure pods. Use the fabricator to make new gadgets. Down to enter gadget mode. Place gadgets in gadget mode. Left trigger, right trigger to rotate gadget when in gadget mode. Visit the slime science section of the Slimepedia for more details on slime science. So that's this section over here. Slime science, gadget mode. In gadget mode, you can see all available build sites where you can install gadgets. Down to toggle gadget mode. So that's on the D-pad. Left trigger to rotate the gadget clockwise. Right trigger to rotate the gadget counterclockwise. Note, your vac pack cannot vac or shoot while in gadget mode. Ogden's Kookadoba Hut. Survival Guide to the Wilds. Instructions. Kookadobas can be found growing all over the wilds or packed together in Saber Slime mud balls. Bring mud balls to Kooka Crackers to release the Kookadobas inside. Teleporters to the wilds are a little unreliable. You won't always end up in the same spot each time, and you'll need to find a different teleporter back to Ogden's retreat. Mochi's Quicksilver Job. Mochi's new employee handbook. Just checking. Yep. Okay. Mochi's new employee handbook. Instructions. Starting a generator in the Nimble Valley activates all sorts of handy Miles Tech stations. Spark shots. Feed one of these sparks to a Quicksilver for profit. Charge stations. Grants a random power shot. Experiment with all three. So there's slow fields, these things that look like thunder. I don't remember what they're called, but they spread throughout large groups of Quicksilvers. And there's another one that I don't remember the name of right now. Relay rings. Charges the generator and adds more time to the clock. Energy boost stations. Refills all your energy. And that's it for Mochi's Quicksilver job. And finally, for the tutorials page, Victor's Slimulation testing. Proper testing procedures. Instructions. Help Victor identify and catch glitch slimes, which will turn into bug reports after you leave the slimulation. Back up suspicious slimes to reveal glitch slimes. Use debug spray on suspicious objects to reveal glitch slimes. Glitch slimes can escape if you take damage from the corruption. Once an exit appears, follow the beacons and find it and escape. Also, never under any circumstances press the hello chicken. Okay, next thing is the slimes. Pink slime. The coral here is scientifically proven to be the color of cheer. Diet. Fruit, veggies, meat. Favorite, none. Slimology. Pink slimes are the most cheerful slime found on the Far range. They're common slime found on the Far range. They're cheerful, docile, and easiest of all slimes to ranch. Pink slime will eat anything you put in front of it. And though they have no favorite food, and their plots are the least valuable of all slimes. Rancher risks. Not much to worry about. With a pink slime, they're soft, squishy, and very happy to be around a rancher. They're found all over the Far range, but because of this, a rancher won't go far without finding a few pink plots, which can lead to Largos, and then I'll complete this sentence for it. Largos can lead to Tars, and yeah. So don't, put pink slimes in an area that's dominated by other slimes. That's not a very good idea, because then you'll get Tars all over the place. Tars are also extremely common at night because phosphors will put phosphor plorts in a place that's usually dominated by two specific types of plorts, so there's usually only two specific, there's only one specific type of Largo there, so you'll either get phosphor, whatever slimes are there, Largos, or Tars from the Largos eating plorts. Plortonomics. Pink plorts are an excellent multi-purpose generic substance used to manufacture everything from food products to household cleaners. All over Earth, people are eating burgers, sweetening their coffees, or scrubbing their floors with pink plort products. That's some serious versatility. Yeah, so most slime plorts are used to make things. Like you can see right over here, that's fire slimes. That's crystals, and that's, I think, gold plorts. I can't really see that from here, but yeah. You can see most of them, you can kind of puzzle out most of them, and see what they are. Oops. Rock slime. These slimes are totally metal. Diet. Veggies. Favorite? Heartbeat. Slimology. Rock slimes earn their name from the rocky crown of sharp spikes atop their slimy bodies, but their affection for minerals doesn't end with their appearance. Rock slimes are strict vegetarians, favoring the satisfying crunch of the heartbeat most of all. Rancher risks. Dangers of owning a rock slime should be fairly obvious. Their rocky crown is sharp enough to pierce straight through a rancher's boots. But it's not all about watching where you're stepping, as these rock slimes are also always rolling. When you see a rock slime revving up for a tumble, it's best to get out of the way. That's what I was talking about in one of either my first or second video on Slime Rancher. I don't remember at this point. with rotten and dangerous slimes like rock slimes, rad slimes, which are over here, boom slimes, or other dangerous ones like crystals or hunters, even fire slimes, dervishes, and tangles, who look very harmless, can hurt you badly. So yeah, best to stay out of the way with rocks, and if you have dangerous slimes, probably a good idea to upgrade your corrals with a plot collector. Plautonomics. Rock plorts are prized for being a key component in the production of blue metal, an amazing alloy that's stronger than titanium and lighter than plastic. Because of its amazing strength, blue metal is often a key component in the hulls of light-speed-capable starships, synthetic appendages, and protective holophone cases. I'm assuming that holophones, like in our world, mobile phones, are communication devices. Tabby slimes. Those stripes, that tail, that wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Diet meat. Favorite, stony hen. Slimology. Tabby slimes share many curious similarities to the domesticated house cats of Earth. With their perky ears, striped backs, and swaying tails, you'd almost mistake them for a true feline, if they weren't made entirely of gooey slime, of course. Rancher risks. Tabby slimes don't generally mean any harm to a rancher, but, like their spiritual Earth cat cousins, often cause a great deal of chaos anyway. Tabby slimes love to steal things that they don't eat, like fruits and veggies, resulting in lots of unintended Largo transformations on the range. Tabby plorts are a key ingredient in a variety of performance-enhancing products that grant the consumer a surge of the tabby slime's signature energy and exuberance. And while athletes of the world often overtake them to gain an edge, prolonged use often results in uncontrollable butt wiggles, another, less desirable, signature of the tabby slime. Phosphor slime. Softly growing heralds of starlight. Diet, fruit. Favorite, cuberry. Slimology. Phosphor slimes come out at night, flying about the moonlit range upon their translucent wings. Phosphor slimes have a luminescent slime core that pulses with a soft glow, making them easy to spot. It's for this reason ranchers sometimes refer to them as low stars. Rancher risks. Phosphor slimes have special needs compared to your typical slime. Phosphor slime and its plorts will quickly vanish if exposed to sunlight, meaning a rancher could quickly lose an entire corral's worth of phosphor slimes if they're not careful. Ranchers must either vac them up before daybreak or keep phosphor slimes in a place that's perpetually dark, like a cave. Or, adding to this, a corral with the solar shield. Unfortunately, in this game, I don't know about Slime Rancher 2, phosphor slimes are the only light-sensitive slime, so unless you're making an entire ranch full of phospholagos, I don't see why you would need more than one corral with solar shield on. It's a waste of money, and I wouldn't advise it. Plautonomics. The luminescent compound found within phosphor plorts can produce light for over 100 years, making it an incredibly eco-friendly form of illumination on Earth. Cities all over the globe are slowly switching over to phosphor lights, saving trillions of gigawatts of energy daily. Plus, if you rub the stuff in your hair, it glows and it looks really cool. Rad slimes. Its radiance is so lovely, it makes you sick. Diet, veggies. Favorite, oka oka. Slimology. It's unknown if rad slimes, sometimes called raddies, come to be from external radiation sources, or from something naturally occurring in the far range. Regardless, rad slimes emit such a potent aura of radiation that they glow in the dark. Rancher risks. A rad slime's radioactive aura can induce rad poisoning in a rancher if they remain within it for too long. Ranchers are advised to monitor their rad exposure levels when handling these green globs of gamma goo, as extended exposure can seriously cause bodily harm or worse. Green globs of gamma goo. Green globs of gamma goo. That's so easy to say. How did I mess that up? Plautonomics. Given that righties are basically mobile batteries, it's no surprise that corporations value rad plorts for their incredible energy-producing capabilities. Most rad plorts get turned into plutonium, and everything from the latest holophone to a radwave microcook system runs on the stuff. Boom slime. Careful, these slimes have been known to explode. Diet, meat. Favorite, briar hen. Slimology. Boom slimes are often heard before they're seen. The slime cells of a boom slime are constantly vibrating, causing their slime to increasingly crackle with energy before ultimately exploding. However, the boom slime always comes out unscathed, though always a little dazed. Rancher risks. Boom slimes are constantly building towards an inevitable explosion, making them quite hazardous to ranchers. In addition to those explosions causing bodily harm, they also have the capacity to send all nearby slimes flying into the air, making them a hard time to corral. Plautonomics. Highly volatile boom plorts have all sorts of applications, including powering rocket thrusters and demolitions. Military organizations value their highly destructive capabilities for medical technology and other research. Imagine that! Honey slime. Nothing sweeter than a recently produced plort of honey. Diet, fruit. Favorite, mint mango. Slimology. Honey slimes are an odd breed of slime composed of a hypersweet slime compound. Most slime scientists believe this is a result of their slime cells replicating the natural sugars found in the fruits and floral nectars of the far range. Most ranchers agree their plorts taste great on cereal. Rancher risks. The greatest danger a honey slime poses is found in their plorts. Honey plorts are the sweetest, most delicious plorts on the far range. Other slimes can detect them from much further away than a normal plort and will do anything in their means to get to them. A rancher with honey slimes needs to be careful about unintended lagos, or worse. So in casual mode, which is the mode that this particular save is in, you don't need to worry about TARs. It's just a mode for exploring the range and working stuff out. I'm still tired. It's just a mode for working stuff out and exploring the range, not for stress. Like, keep inventory mode on Minecraft. Plautonomics. Honey plorts are highly prized by food manufacturers. Though the plorts are naturally incredibly sweet, the discovery that they could be further refined into an even sweeter substance made their demand soar. These refined honey plorts are said to score an unprecedented 867 on the Werner-Thompkins-Hong Saccharino scale, just a few points shy of not fit for human consumption. Keep one in your boot and you'll always stay cool, but it's weird. Diet, water, favorite, none, because, there's no special kind of water. That would be strange. Slimology. Puddle slimes are a rare species of slime that live in freshwater pools found on the range. These slimes don't eat fruit, veggies, or meat like most other slimes. Instead, puddle slimes absorb water into their bodies while they sit on the surface of a pool. Puddle slimes need fresh water to survive and will quickly evaporate if left on any other substance for too long. Any other surface, sorry. Rancher risks. Puddle slimes aren't risky to manage, they just require a fair bit of maintenance. A rancher needs a pool of fresh water, like a pond, available for a puddle slime and its plorts sit in, as they will evaporate if away from water. Finally, puddle slimes are exceptionally shy and will not produce plorts if they are in close proximity to more than 3 other slimes. Overall, a puddle slime is still better fit for a more experienced rancher, not one still wet behind the ears. So, puddle slimes, if you put in a slime toy, will get shy if around more than 4, not 5, not 3 other puddle slimes. But yeah, it's a good idea to keep them in not so close proximity with other puddles. I would recommend having a large collection of them down at the docks, because they're easier to manage down there and you can get a supply of fresh water if one of them escapes quickly. Oops. Rancherist. No, we already read that one. Plautonomics. Puddle plorts are made almost entirely from an incredible hydro compound known by chemists across the galaxy as H2O. This compound is used to create an absurdly expensive brand of bottled drinking water that is sought after by the elite back on Earth. While some people argue that there is little difference in taste between it and tap water, those people seriously are not getting it. Crystal slime. It's as clear as shiny, transparent rocks that these slimes are dangerous. Diet veggies. Favorite odd onion. Slimology. Believed to be a cousin of the rock slime, the crystal slime is covered in a crown of shimmering crystal spikes. These spikes seem to form from the crystal slime, generating a tremendous amount of internal heat and warping the minerals around them. A truly alien behavior. Rancher risks. The sharp crystals adorned on a crystal slime's crown will cause a great deal of harm if touched. Worse still, the crystal slime routinely creates large patches of hazardous crystals in the environment around them. Thought to be a means of expelling internal heat, these crystal patches are ultra-hot and can be shattered if splashed with water. Plautonomics. Though the crystals produced by a crystal slime are highly unstable, a crystal plort, like all plorts, is far more pure and can be used by slime scientists to engineer a variety of metals that are completely transparent. This innovation has led to metropolitan areas on Earth completely transforming visually, allowing more light to reach the streets and the space as a whole, allowing more light to reach the streets and the space as a whole a chance to breathe. Architects often describe these transparent metals as so totally cooler than normal boring metals. Hunter slime. Never mind the rabbit, have you seen any chickens? Diet, meat. Favorite, roostro. Slimology. The hunter slime is the wild cousin of the tabby slime. A much more capable creature than the playful tabbies, a hunter excels in stalking the chickens of the far range. A hunter slime's slimological makeup allows for a natural cloaking ability that renders it almost completely invisible. Their only tell is their giant almond eyes, which can often be seen hovering in the dark. This effect is often described by unsuspecting ranchers as Rancher risks. A hunter slime has keen senses and can detect its prey from great distances. This makes finding a good location for their corrals challenging. Additionally, the wild nature of the hunter is also passed on to any lagos formed from its plorts. A newly created hunter lago will always be feral. A prepared rancher knows that breeding hunter lagos should always be done slowly, with a few chickens on hand to calm them down. Plautonomics. Amazingly, a serum can be made from hunter slime plorts that actually render a person invisible. The effect only lasts for about a day, but the serum is nonetheless incredibly popular on Earth, as many people find its effects very soothing. Sometimes you feel as though you just want to disappear for a while. Then a day goes by and you realize not only did you miss being seen, but others missed seeing you too. Quantum slime. A slime that really shows its potential. Diet. Fruit. Favorite. Phase lemon. Slimology. Quantum slimes appear to have resulted from some sort of event that took place in the ancient ruins long ago. At all times, the quantum slime is capable of emitting other possible realities of their being. Called ghosts, these other realities can come true, with the quantum slime aligning with the reality of the ghost, effectively teleporting. It's another interruption time, so just read the rest of this before I read it aloud. Okay, it is now time to read this entry aloud. Rancher risks. Quantum slimes can be one of the most difficult slimes to manage, given their unique abilities. A rancher needs to learn to detect when quantum slimes are primed to take over the reality of a ghost, and act quickly, such as feeding them or just splashing them with some fresh water as a temporary measure. Plautonomics. Quantum plorts are believed by many to hold the secret to infinite resources. Given the quantum slime's ability to change reality, it's theorized that unlocking the potential of quantum plorts could allow for technology that converges the realities of all entities of other entities into our reality. And basically, we're talking about cloning stuff. Infinite energy, chickens, whatever. Probably no harmful side effects to this at all. Like a little campfire, except that it moves, and it's a slime. Diet, ash. Favorite, none. Slimology. Fire slimes are a rare breed of slime that lives on ash. Fire slimes will eat just about any food, but not without it being burned into ash first. The only way to feed a fire slime is to get an incinerator with an ash trough upgrade. Fire slimes need ash to survive and will quickly snuff out if left on any other surface for too long. Yet another interruption, so... Okay. Now that I'm back, while keeping fire slimes in an ash trough, simply burn any food item to produce some ash and fill in the trough. Rancher risks. Fire slime's naturally burning state makes them bad companions for other slimes, as their fiery touch will send a slime flying. Additionally, fire slimes and their plorts need to be kept in an ash trough under an incinerator or they'll quickly snuff out. If you need to deal with fire slimes directly, a splash of fresh water will put out their fires for a short while. Plautonomics. Fire plorts are used in the developing world on Earth to keep stoves and fireplaces burning. Thanks to fire plorts, warm hands and hot food is a possibility for millions of people, who otherwise would not have access to such luxuries. A rancher won't get rich selling fire plorts, and certainly managing them can be a dangerous endeavor, but they should know that the sale of each helps those in need. Now and far into the future, a little noble action of every individual will help us move forward as people. That much will never change. Dervish slime. Twists and turns all day and spirals all night. Diet. Fruit. Favorite, prickle pear. Slimology. A dervish slime is a swirling, whirling bundle of energy in a slimy form. Dervish slimes are commonly found in the glass desert, cruising along at its dusty dunes at a high speed atop little whirlwinds. One thing's for certain. Wherever the dervish slime needs to go, it gets there in a hurry. Rancher risks. Dervish slimes can cause total chaos on a ranch if not cared for properly. In addition to frequently riding atop whirlwinds at a high speed and collecting objects along the way, a highly agitated dervish slime can produce giant cyclones of air that vacuum up and toss about anything they touch. When cyclones are roaring across your ranch, there's little you can do other than brace for the chaos that will soon follow. Plautonomics. Dervish plorts are a fantastic source of clean energy that helps give turbines and generators an extra boost. They're in constant demand, and curiously, there is a finite number of spins stored in every dervish plort. We're reaching normal video length now. Tangle slime, a slime that Diet, meat. Favorite, painted hen. Slimology. Though the tangle slime may look innocent with its wide smile and colorful flower atop its head, it's actually a fearsome predator with a big appetite for tasty meat. The tangle slime earned its name from the twisting vines that it can produce to grab things from the environment. It's unknown what caused the tangle slime to become such a fearsome predator in the barren wastes of the glass desert. However, if the land once resembled the lush greenery of the oases within, perhaps the tangle slime evolved in a much different environment than what you see today. Rancher risks. The tangle slime can be a handful on the ranch if they're not well fed at all times. Not only can tangle slimes tunnel their vines underground to snatch food and plorts from outside of their corrals, but the flowers on their head can produce a noxious pollen cloud that causes other slimes to go into sneezing fits. When slimes sneeze from the pollen, their agitation rapidly increases, causing more broom slime explosions, crystal slime spikes, and all-around jumpiness. Plortonomics. Despite the troublesome nature of the slimes that create them, tangle plorts have incredibly beneficial agricultural applications. Fertilizers and growth formulas made from tangle plorts are used by farms all across Earth to greatly enhance crop production. It's speculated that the unusually high nutrient count found within tangle plorts that now grow Earth's vegetables results from the tangle slime's incredible appetite for chickens. But that's super gruesome, so let's just ignore that. Okay. Another interruption, so just hurry up to the Slimeology part yourself, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry for the interruption. Sorry if you can't read what's on the screen, but I'm just going to keep going because I don't want to piss people off. Rancher risks. Mosaic slimes can be very dangerous for an unprepared rancher. Their glass tiles create a shimmering effect in daylight that attracts other slimes to them. It is unknown why slimes exhibit this behavior exactly, but leading theories indicate that sparkly things are super cool. Even more dangerous, the mosaic slime can produce glints in the space around them. Ultra-hot solar anomalies that grow in intensity before drifting toward the ground and bursting into flames. Glints can be stuffed with a splash of water, but the best way to reduce their appearance is to ensure your mosaic slimes are well fed and not agitated. Mosaic slimes are desired for researching the glass structures within the glass desert. Samples of this glass turn brittle when taken from the far range, yet, interestingly, mosaic plorts seem unaffected by this phenomenon. Almost certainly, this glass is being studied because it's really pretty, and not because it can cause devastating solar anomalies. I'm going to stop the video there. There will be a part 2 tomorrow.